What's going on, everybody? This is the Self-Supremacy Everett Creed returning to my own personal podcast. The CredeCast is here, it's back, and it's live. This is the UWE Chief Executive Officer, Everett Creed, and here I am with three, not one, not two, not four, but three very special guests at this time. I am here with the UWE Regional Champion, Rick Rios, the last man, Nick Somas, two former world champions, the elite, known as NATO.
Yep, we're here. How you doing?
What's going on, guys?
And I am also here with the new UWE, the new CJE World Heavyweight Champion, the brother man with the master plan, Brother Cam, but we know him as Cameron Jackson. How you doing, guys?
We're hanging out, man. We're ready for this cast, man.
Yeah, definitely. We're definitely gonna really throw the scripts to the wind on this one. This is gonna be what everybody's looking forward to. You know, you gotta heat it up. You know, like I said, you know, the dirt's gonna be surfaced, the heat's gonna rise, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna have a good time. All right. Right now we got Seth, Maverick, and Maria in here, and as everybody, well, in the CredeCast, as far as my guests are concerned, they know what's going on. The viewers may not be too sure. This CredeCast was impromptu because this is also going to be beneficial to my college career because I am actually using this for a college project. So the UWE is actually going to be promoted at Five Towns College. And if all goes well, we may actually be able to perform there, so that would be very interesting.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa, yeah. That doesn't say anything in my contract.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we got to see. We were originally going to perform at the FTC Fest, but that is only musical purposes. So if we do anything that's more open range, I definitely talked to one of my professors, and she was very interested in the UW product. And now she perhaps promoted in Five Towns, and we may actually have the UWE performing at the Five Towns College music programs.
But what?
Yeah,
Are we getting another trampoline?
Well, we got to see what we're getting. You know, I mean, we got to see what's going on. You know, we got to do it one step at a time. Right now, I'm just trying to do this for a TV workshop project. So, but you know,
Chico riot.
Dirty to Chico is going to have a bit of a.
Hey, Winston brought up a good point. How come we're not beating up Everett right now?
Yeah, that's actually a very good question.
The no pro shot.
Let's see. Yeah, Whistler says it's so weird seeing Cam without his afro. So does that mean he cannot use the afro shock anymore? Seth says it's called the no-fro shock. Nick, why isn't ever getting beat up? No Dirty to Chico riot. You know, actually, as a matter of fact, he
might join us soon.
Yeah, he might join in soon as well. We don't know. I mean, all UW superstars are welcome to join at any time. So who knows? We may even get a pop-up visit from TJ Sakara. You never know. But so anyway, let's actually just let's really kind of just start moving along with the questions actually, because I actually got some questions here for all three of you guys, and the questions really go for all three of you. You know, there's no excluding anything. So I'm going to start with the first question: is what exactly got you into the WWE? What actually got you into professional wrestling? I'll be a little bit more open. What got you into professional wrestling in the first place?
Well, who's going first?
We're gonna have Rick go first, followed by the Iceman Nick Somas, and then last but not least the champion, the UW World Champion. So, Rick, our regional champion, we'll ask you first. What made you get into professional wrestling for the very first time?
I'd like to say I was pretty much born into it, because like all my life I used to watch Raw and SmackDown with my uncle every Monday, Thursday, whenever it was. So, and then ever since, like, I just caught on to it, loved it, and then I just kept watching ever since. I mean, it's been dry lately. I don't watch too often, but I'm slowly getting back into it. They're doing good.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, That's sounds like a very interesting. Once family ties get into it, that's when it really gets interesting.
Exactly.
Nick, what made you first get into professional wrestling?
I would have to say the feud between Stone Cold and Rock. Probably. That was probably the thing where like, wow. I want to do this. I want to take a Stone Cold Stunner and do a Rock Bottom. And yeah, and ever since then, really, I just started watching them all. Started from the beginning, Andre the Giant, Hulk Hogan, and then CJE. Well,
Yeah,
that's what he was before, when this all started. But he got me, he brought me around, and ever since then, I love UWE.
yeah, definitely. Cameron, what got you into professional wrestling for the first time?
What got me into professional wrestling? That's a great question, but if you excuse me for 1 second, I forgot to say something I should have said at the beginning.
Oh Lord.
If the viewers, if you're at home, please sing along and hang on to every word because, quite honest, in my stressful times, I'm starting to forget this. Welcome to CJE, that is Cameron Jackson Entertainment, your number one stop in entertainment for your backyard wrestling fix. I am your founder, chairman, and CEO, the brother man with the master plan, Brother Cam. Now, what got me into professional wrestling? As a kid, I used to go over my grandmother's house all the time, and of course, any normal person has two grandparents, and some are less fortunate to meet both. Hey, it is what it is. But I used to go over to my grandmother's, my mother's mom's house, and my cousin Isaiah would be watching wrestling, and this was like, 1998, and I'm seeing all this stuff for the first time, and of course, boom, there goes the Attitude Era. I was freaking hooked. Then I go over to my dad's mom's house, and she was the one that'd be in front of the TV screaming and chanting for The Rock. Like, it was just amazing the way she would really. She at one point she told me The Rock was my grandfather, and obviously that is not the case. But whatever the case,
I believe it.
that's what got me into wrestling. Really, just seeing the excitement of that era. We know it now as the Attitude Era. Back then, there was no name for it. It was hot shotting. If anybody knows what that means, and I'm not going to go into it because if you're not a wrestling buff like I am, then you're not going to get what it means. So. Everett, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, no problem. Definitely. And if anyone's curious, I mean, I may as well butt into this myself because when I was 8, my cousins.
Curious.
Yeah, right. Nah, I don't think anyone gives a crap. When I was 8 years old, my buddy, actually no, not my buddy, my cousin Brian actually brought a tape up. Brian, you know Brian. He's the guy that was a fan of the Giants and the Yankees.
Yep.
I call him Bigger Rick. So he's a pretty big dude. So he comes in late at night and shows my dad an ECW tape. It's still, but I don't know if it was an ECW tape because I thought it was a cage match. And nonetheless, I didn't want to go to bed. I wanted to see the match.
This is your class.
And here comes the food. I mean, no, it was pretty interesting, though, because that's when I really got into it. And then the next thing I knew, I was liking guys like The Rock, and then I was a big fan of The Undertaker, and then that's kind of what I started.
I don't even want to bring him up, man.
Oh, The Undertaker? Yeah, well, the times changed. I had a dream last night that he actually died, so,
But in reality, on TV, he's died about 7 times already, so...
yeah, that's, and his brother...
Something new.
He's probably speaking the same thing again, so it doesn't matter. I mean, the day he actually dies, I'll cry like a little girl, but until then...
I think we all will, man.
He can die 1,000,000 times, and it'll be the same thing. But the day he actually goes, then I'll feel bad.
Yeah, right? Tell me about it. I mean, right now I was just checking the comments. Nothing really too big, but, definitely, we all got into professional wrestling in a totally different way. But now we've got to ask the question, what got you into backyard wrestling? And I'll start once again with the regional champion, Rick Lewis.
All right, well, I'm going to hand this off. Backyard wrestling, I say I met TJ when I was 10 years old. And And then we'd always wrestle in my backyard or whatever. And then one day he was like, yo, I have this friend, Everett, he has a trampoline. We wrestle on a trampoline. We have like a little created league or whatever. And met Everett one day and wrestled trampoline, whatever. And ever since, literally, how many years has passed? He's still wrestling in that backyard. I think it's absolutely nuts. It's definitely a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Nick, what got you first into the backyard wrestling?
Well, like I said before, Cameron Jackson. He really brought me. I did not know Everett. I did not know Rick. I knew TJ because we went to the same school, but me and Cameron were really good friends from Bayshore football, and he brought me in. He brought me in one day, and ever since then, I just fell in love with it. And I've been in 4 or 5 years now, probably.
Yep, and
4 around there. Yeah.
Pretty awesome. Cam, before we get to your answer, it looks like you've been cut off because we have just been joined.
The fans are gonna be happy about this.
The next person that has joined this video call is one half of the most rebellious tag team in the UWE. One half of them, it is Dirty DeChico. So, DeChico, how you doing, my man?
Dirty.
You're doing dirty. All right. Well, I can't argue with that. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get to Cam's answer right now, and then I'm actually going to answer. I'm actually going to ask you 2 questions. 2 questions in one shot. So we'll definitely see how that turns out. Cam, how did you first get into backyard wrestling?
I mean, as a kid, of course, you go outside and you do stuff that you see on TV. And then, of course, there's the infamous wrestling in the living room with a bunch of family members and whatnot. And, before I came to New York, backyard wrestle with a lot of friends that are, they're irrelevant nowadays. And I came out here and did my thing on the football team, and then along came the UWE. It's not really some grand story. It's pretty much that I was offered to by somebody in this hangout, obviously Everett, that was less known, less popular, and looked at the school as a freaking weirdo. And I just said, screw that, because I don't go by everybody else's accord, and I'll go in the backyard and have some fun. And years later, as Rick said, we're still here doing this today. It's really amazing how long this is going on. I just hope that we don't get to the point to where we're 45 years old in Everett's backyard, Jim rolling up. His parents rolling.
I can imagine us having like a reunion show where we're
I can do it.
a bunch of dumbasses.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I could go into a lot of stuff, but that'd be irrelevant to the question. It's really just got into it through the love of wrestling and with my family. I will say one thing though. I remember going outside and wrestling with my cousins all the time. And at that time, it was like 1998, 1999. And for some reason, they always chose the big characters on TV. And I got stuck with being X-Pac every time. And I hated it. And now I miss it because the man can freaking move. And he's old and all. I don't want to say too much to slander him, but he's old and he's been through some things in his life. But yeah, that's pretty much how it all backyard wrestling started for me.
Yeah, well, the one thing about X-Pac, a faction wouldn't be complete unless X-Pac was a part of it. That's.
Yeah.
Antonio.
He took Hogan's ass out of WrestleMania.
He thought no one was looking at him.
Everything, you always gotta be watching.
That was too funny.
X-Pac, man. X-Pac took Hogan's ass out of WrestleMania. Dirty DeChico. DeChico, I'm going to ask you the first question I asked before you got in here. What inspired you to watch professional wrestling for the first time?
What inspired me to watch professional wrestling for the first time? I believe it was just on the television.
That's the one. Well, that one's not going into the Five Towns edit.
Oh, that's great. Oh.
Well, it's just you're channel surfing, and then you pop on USA Network, or maybe actually at the time probably Spike TV, and bam, Monday Night Raw, and there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. It's like, I'm bored as fuck. I'm like 12 years old. What's on TV? Boom. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
And I definitely used this.
And then I was like kind of a fan for a while, and then I like actually started watching it. So.
Dude, then y'all make me feel old because I've been watching it since before they flopped from USA to TNN, what turned into Spike TV, and then back to USA.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah, well, you know what, Cameron? That's why every time you start talking about old ass shit, I'm just like, sure, yeah.
And just like, okay, let's, I mean, tell me about it. And DeChico, I'll ask you the other question that, Cameron was actually answering before you came in. What inspired you to join Backyard Wrestling?
Honestly, it just looked like a lot of fun. All my friends were doing it, and have been doing it for a while. Summer's coming up. I needed an excuse to get out of the house on Saturdays. I was like, yeah, fuck it, all right. And, I mean, the rest is history, right?
No bullshit there. We got a whole bunch of people for Maria puts DeChico, and because she wanted DeChico on this cast, puts now we need Dave and Sakara, and DeChico says he does not exist. No, he does exist. My bad.
That's because everybody was so excited. I was just like, he does exist. Ah.
He does exist. That's going to be the next T-shirt. He does exist. Fight, drink, dirty on the back.
Yeah, they're gonna think you're talking about Trailer Park God.
Yeah, there you go.
Trailer Park God's already here.
All right.
Heel turn.
Trailer today.
I definitely, especially with this cast, all these people that watch this, they always want to, because I have to cut and paste this into the college stuff. They love to see the heat, they love to see the dirt, they love to see, that tension. So, a couple of the questions are going to be, definitely like, ooh, that's interesting, and then, it's going to be, it's going to be pretty cool. So, Rick, actually, I may as well ask you first. Out of all the superstars that you have worked with in the past, who has been probably your favorite person as of now, right now? Who has been your favorite person to work with as an opponent?
As an opponent?
As an opponent.
Oh, that's a good question.
I have to say, as of late, I have to say Sakara.
Mm.
Me and him, all of us clicked in that tag match. But this is really, I don't know. In a way, I like facing everyone, and then of course, being me, other reasons I don't like facing everyone. But what are you gonna do,
Yeah. Well, we'll get to not liking to face certain people in a little bit.
That'll be
Don't worry,
fun.
we're getting there.
That's gonna be hilarious.
We're gonna bring dirt, man. We're gonna just shovel it all up. Nick Somas, Iceman. Who was your favorite person to work with as an opponent?
Let's see.
All right, come on. It's obviously Cameron.
I mean,
Fucking Cox.
it would either be Rick or Cameron, I would have to say. But some of the one of the best matches, would be Cameron. Yeah, I would have to say, especially the 3 stages of hell. Shut up. 3 stages of hell that they haven't even seen. No one's seen yet.
Yeah.
Cross your fingers. But
long gone.
That shit.
Thanks, Everett.
Yeah.
You said we're breaking dirt, so let's do it.
Bringing dirt. There you go. Screw it. Dirty DeChico. Of all, because we got to say the champ for last. You know, I mean that's just.
Alright.
Oh, no, now we're playing that card today. Oh.
Dirty DeChico. Favorite person to work with as an opponent.
Rick Rios. He hates me.
Oh shit.
I actually do know who DeChico's going to say for the least. I'm going to keep it secret right now, but I do know.
We're waiting, Antonio.
If I had to pick a favorite opponent, probably be honestly, it'd probably be TJ. He just keeps the mood light and shit.
Yeah, I agree with him on that. I always have the funnest matches with TJ.
Yeah, and then like the other thing is like he keeps the mood light, but he also has like a good ring presence. So he'll throw some shit at you, and you'll be like, "Oh my god, that's a great idea," and then like a minute later, you'll be laughing your ass off because he fucked it up somehow.
It's true.
It's just a ton of fun. That's all.
Very true. Cameron, favorite person to work with as an opponent.
I don't know. I don't necessarily have a favorite person because I hate all of you.
Stop being.
Yeah, Cameron, Uncle Charlie hates you too. Don't worry about it.
No, this is what it is for me. It's not really about the match that I put on because, to be quite honest, you could ask anybody. I don't script out nothing about the match. All we usually know, anybody that I've ever wrestled, we just know who's gonna win. That's pretty much it. And we might plan some big stuff, but after we really don't even do any of that stuff, to be quite honest. So it's never about the match. It's about how much fun we have building up to the match for me. You know, like Rick Rios was fun when we did the whole Dead Uncle storyline. The Dirty Boys was a lot of fun with the well, I did that with Nick too. Yeah, you guys didn't see that, but the Dirty Boys was a lot of fun going into Ultimate Redemption. Everett, we had some fun with the contract signing, and
That was great. That was great.
But I mean, I guess in ring, if I really have to say in ring, there's difference between everybody. There's things that I love about each and every one that I wrestle with. You know, just to name a few, like the people in here I'll name because you guys actually made it to show up. Like Rick Rios is hell bent on making you work at his level. I love that because if you slow down, Rick is gonna knock the shit out of you. Nick Somas, he wants to be as agile as he can, and he wants to pull anything out of the hat at all times, which is pretty cool because it makes you think on a creative edge too as to what you can do. Dirty DeChico, it is fun selling his moves because you get to make it look like he just killed you. When he just threw the slightest punch, you can make it look like he just knocked your face off. I have a lot of fun with that. Everett,
I'll lose anything nice to say here.
you know what though, Everett, you got the one thing. You got the serious but not serious factor. You do these moves trying to be so serious, but they come out looking so. It's not even that they look bad. It's just that the faces you make, the noises you make, the animations you go through while doing them, it makes it fun altogether because I get the joy of laughing my ass off, knowing I'm going to win the match at the same time. So, to be quite honest, there's things I love about everybody. Like a match with Everett is like, it's pretty much like going to a buffet and getting the same piece of food every time you get up because you know what's going to happen. It gets funny, then it gets annoying, then it gets funny again. That's all I can say.
It's you know what it's like? It's like Roadrunner. You know, the Coyote is so serious about those Acme products, and he has the most serious thing going on, but you know it's gonna fail, and he thinks he's so serious. Meanwhile, he's doing the stupidest shit. And it's just I was laughing about that because like I know when you were mentioning like the moves that I act so serious. And when I cut and paste this on the interview, I'm going to take the audio that you're saying and play the video of me doing the Fred Flintstone arm drag into the post, and people they're going to see what you're talking about.
Don't forget the Wilma Flintstone arm drag too.
On Dirty DeChico, that was great.
I'm fucking wearing sunglasses inside.
Inside, I want to look stylish.
8:30 at night. You are in your bedroom
I want to look stylish for college. You know, for the women there, how you doing? So,
Hell no.
you know, so
String beans.
This is terrible.
hashtag string beans.
Oh, please, guys, start tweeting.
Please, please.
Gotta make my night.
Let's try to beat WrestleMania.
No.
Hashtag,
42.
Potato? The baked potato.
now, out of all, it's hard for me because I there's just so many matches I love working with. You know, as far as there's things that I love and there's things that I can look past, but it's still a lot of fun. I'm trying to see if we all are here. Yeah, we're all good. Yeah,
Well,
so
yeah, we're all here. I told you that the fans will be in and out because they're, whating NXT. They're over there. NXT is standing there.
Whating.
And NXT is standing there with its. I'm going to be as vague as possible because I know you got to use this for college. NXT is standing there with its pants down, and they're all in front of it.
well, yeah, this get cut out. This is getting cut out. The NXT is their porn, so
Well then.
No, because I do respect the people on NXT, but I just don't see the big whoa. But to be quite honest, though, Everett, I did warn you that there were,
which I don't mind. It's not this one. I mean, I know the podcasts are always for the fans to see, but this is more so not even just for college, just really kind of for us to just kind of kick back and hang out and just really kind of discuss.
All right, so yeah, let me stop taking a sidetrack. Go ahead and get going with the program. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, no problem. I mean, out of all the people. I mean, out of all the people that I've worked with in the past season, I love working with Cam because, we always bring out the best in one another. Kind of reminds me a lot of The Rock and Austin, how those two really just brought the best out of one another. TJ is someone amazing to work with, especially when he's Insanity, because it's just, he has this level where...
I don't see a fourth wall here.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's for college. The fourth wall's coming down on the podcast. I'm just letting you know right now. When you're working with Insanity, it's just that thing that you're going to laugh, and Insanity can make you laugh, but when his music hits and he's coming out, you're scared and you're lucky you're wearing dark pants because, it's just an awesome presence.
I have never been afraid of Insanity.
Well, I don't think you were out there in the Lockdown Lumberjacks, so...
I didn't care.
You weren't out there in the Lockdown Lumberjacks. I was in there as Lips, and I was like freaking out. I was just like bodies getting tossed and flipped and everything. I was just like, God damn.
To his he
I
filmed it.
thought we were breaking fourth walls.
Yeah, well, they can come down a little bit tonight, so it's,
Just a little bit.
once the shows like UWE shows as far as lockdowns and pay, that's where I kind of want to keep everything up. But if it's a podcast, shit's coming down. it's
all right. Well, there's one secret in this podcast that is not getting out to the general public, right?
Well, if it's the person, well, it depends. There's certain things. Any future writing will not get mentioned.
No, I wasn't talking about that.
Oh God, that's weird.
Cameron knows I already spoiled this one for the CCW guys.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get to the dirt. Rick, person you like to wrestle the least, person that you really don't like, you're going against this guy, and you're just like, oh, fuck, I'm all right, I'm good, I get it.
No, I think I'd honestly have to go with Shaq.
Yeah.
Every time his name is brought up, I make sure my name isn't on the other end, because I just can't do that. I can't. The man would literally just snap my neck on accident and be like, "Oh, sorry." He's a big dude. I don't know, man. He's meant to kill. We wrestle.
Oh yeah, he's definitely, and unfortunately, his record for the most views has been broken. So.
Not on the old channel.
No, not on the old channel. The old channel, he still has it. But the man of the 4,000 view man, so the 400 view man, I should say, the 400 view man. Nick Somas, the person that you just, person you don't enjoy the least as far as being on the other end of.
I mean, I would say Shaq, but I mean, I really haven't wrestled him I don't really wrestle Shaq. I knew to stay away from Shaq. I really don't know. I don't really have a least. You give me a name, I'll wrestle him. I mean, I literally, you put me in a match, I wrestle. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if I have to, I'd go with Shaq because it hurts. It hurts. It really hurts after he body splashes. It hurts. Yeah.
All right.
Hashtag it hurts.
Actually, I want to go with DeChico last because his is going to crack us all up. Cameron.
We already know who he's picking. Look, Final Kill.
Oh, I already know who he has in mind. Cam, person you like to wrestle the least in the UWE.
That short stack midget Terrence Phillips. Because let me tell you something. I'm glad that none of those have made it to YouTube. And he's a great guy. He's an awesome friend, but he is not, by no means, a good backyard wrestler. I told him to go for a drop kick one time. The son of a bitch went for a left punch.
Antonio, what the hell are you doing?
I told him to do his finish.
Who?
Terrence.
Oh,
I told him to do his finish, which at that time, way back when, was a spine buster followed by a dumbass elbow drop. You know what he does? He lifts me up, and then he asks me, what am I supposed to do again? I said, what the hell is wrong with you? And then this is the best part. Just watching him go against Shakur Shakavelli, doing a 450 splash, landing on his feet, on Shakur's back, okay, on Shaq's back.
I thought I was going to witness a murder.
Yeah, I mean...
I'm going to put that in there.
And the one time that and he copies all of my moves.
So, never notice.
Tired of this black on black crime.
When did he get those hats on?
I did not even pay attention to him putting on those hats.
That's what I asked him what he was doing.
Hashtag Mad Hatter, you know? Oh, man. Cam, any more Terrence Phillips comments?
Nah. He really is a good guy, though. Despite what I say, he's just not a good backyard wrestler, but he's a good guy.
All right, the moment I've been waiting for. Dirty DeChico, the wrestler you like to face the least.
All right.
Take your hats off. I want to be realistic here.
Allow me to remove my hats. It's
'Cause I don't know. I want to know this.
I know exactly who it is.
I want to know.
It's a tie
Oh, I don't know this.
between a certain man with the first name Christopher.
I called it.
We could say full names on here. I mean, this has got to be, you know.
Ring names only.
Chris Antheus, whatever you want to call him.
And another guy that UWE kind of refers to as Battery. Two completely different reasons as to why.
As to
Oh,
why.
you're right.
Can we hear those reasons, actually, please? I'm interested now.
Me and my brother Dave debuted against
Oh, Lord.
Oh, shucks.
we debuted against Battery Walsh and Chip Dank, and is the least like. He was giggling the whole fucking match. He was like, "This is my first match, and I'm holding a straight-ish face." B, I don't even think he knew what he was supposed to be doing. It was honestly probably the worst opponent I've faced all year, just because he didn't want to be there, and he made it like very clear he didn't want to be there, and he was still there, and it sucked. Debuting against Battery Wall sucked.
How about Chris?
Terrible introduction to UWE.
Oh, yeah, that was the introduction to UWE.
Christopher Antheus Palma. Let's get down to business with that one. He is the most infuriating motherfucker in the ring. Alright. You don't talk about anything. He's gonna throw some big ass running power move at you and not say shit. He did that twice in the match, and I was like, oh, what the fuck? So zero communication skills. Doesn't even know what they are. I told him we should promo before our match. Motherfucker does a stare down, and then walks away before the music cuts out. Doesn't let you sell any of your moves. So you're like calling spots and going for shit, and he's like, "Oh wait, I'm invincible." Fucking Greek god of dumbass.
Greek god of dumbass. Oh shit.
But you know,
Ladies and gentlemen, because I don't know where Cameron is. Hashtag Greek god of dumbass.
well, I'm here. I'm just. Oh my God. So you know what that makes us assholes up in the booking committee, which is pretty much all of us now.
Yeah.
Want to book you versus Annius again?
Listen,
Yeah,
it's okay. I will wrestle Annius again. But somebody needs to fucking describe things to that guy about how this shit goes. Cause like, no, hell no,
It hurts.
shit.
It
So,
hurts.
hey, I want any of our faithful viewers and supporters in the comments right now. So one of you lovely people, tweet Chris Annius and say work on your stuff, because I want to see him come back to the next show, and I want to see what he has to say. And I'm not going to let anybody fight. We're not going to have any fights, nothing like that. I just want to see how this transgresses.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a good idea.
Maria Excellence said that I'm not even watching NXT. I'm watching the CredeCast first. I could watch NXT later.
That's why she's
Thank
awesome.
you.
Awesome job. I give Maria 100% support. That's awesome.
Wait,
The Maria put the heart saying the Barry Antius show, and Whistler started the hashtag Greek God of Dumbass.
Yes, Whistler, you're the man, bro.
But Chris is a good guy, though. I mean,
Chris is my brother. He's a brother.
no, I love Chris. Chris is a very good individual,
you know. Oh yeah. There's no one in.
and not Antheus.
Nah, Antheus is a different story.
Antheus needs a little bit of work. I mean, but you know what? I blame that on believe it or not, I kind of blame it on myself, because there was a time where I said to myself, I should tell him what to do, and I just let him go out there and sink or swim. Meanwhile, he had a few floaties.
Yeah. I think we did that with a few people.
Yeah. But a lot of we let the dirty sink or swim, and they swam. They swim.
That's because I refused to sink, and then I taught Dave how to not sink.
Dave was one hell of an anchor.
Yeah, well, I taught him how to doggy paddle.
Damn, we're just digging up dirt on Dave now. Oh Lord, y'all gonna get
This
I'm
is
gonna get hit by a fucking. Well, now.
Hey, Dave is good now, but when
Yeah,
Dave started, Dave was not good, and nobody's gonna lie to him about it.
Yo, the thing about Dave, though, what really drug us down was his no-shows at the time.
Yeah, I know. He
That was
drank
one of them, and he just didn't know how to wrestle.
Yeah, Maria says I tweeted, and Seth Maverick said he will tweet him. So they're gonna. Chris Annius is gonna get some tweets tonight. He's gonna get some mail, and
He's getting fan mail.
not Paleolithic. What's the polytheistic? Polytheistic Paleolithic Greek god getting tweets. Yeah, so, my least favorite person. Oh God.
Not bad.
No one's gonna guess my least favorite person that I wrestled.
Well,
Yeah.
we don't want to guess. We want you to say it.
All right. Well, you're never gonna see this coming. My least favorite opponent I ever fought, hands down, has got to be Fat Jack. I'm telling you right now, this guy doesn't have much chemistry to him. But you know what? he is one hell of a guy, and I love pushing the hell out of Fat Jack. You know, definitely a superstar that has unlimited potential. But there was a match where I wrestled Fat Jack as Lips, and it was just like I'm just like, you know what? At least he's selling the mind games, but he ain't selling the moves too well. But you know what though? He's got potential because him and Antius beat the shit out of each other.
Well, that's the thing. I think him and Antius are on the same skill level. They both were taught how to wrestle. They were taught how to hit people.
Damn.
They were on the same skill level.
Sorry, did I insult one of them? Was that incorrect of me?
No, I'm not gonna disagree. But
I think they've wrestled a similar amount of matches. They have about the same number of moves in their skill set, and neither of them communicate well in the ring.
The Chico's taking this one, guys.
I'm not taking shots. I'm saying that it's a lack of experience. I mean, last season, except for the one nobody told me about, I was at every goddamn show. So yeah, I learned how to deal with bad wrestlers and good wrestlers. And kind of became a good wrestler by accident.
I won't necessarily by accident say by accident, but
you did.
So it's not like I'm sitting here saying they're terrible. I'm saying they gotta polish their shit up. You know?
Man.
Like right now they're taking some big stinky dumps. But like, what if they could polish a turd?
You realize the reason why Cameron's camera is off is because he is probably laughing his ass off.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing. I went to go laugh, and I went to the kitchen to grab something to drink, and then I finished the drink, and I put it back in. No matter, just go ahead.
Yeah, right. You know, just like, oh man, all I can say right now is I can't wait to face the Chico and Dave at Dead Man's Hand with my partner.
That's for you and your partner, dude, because
I know I got one hell of a fight.
All right, let's scoot on.
Does ever don't bust a nut.
All right, we're getting on course. What's going on now?
All right, we're definitely getting a little. Actually, you know what? That's actually kind of part of the next question. Is I wanted to see, and a lot of people do, is what are these people like outside the squared circle? You know, we never really get the chance to see some of our heroes that are on TV off screen, and I'm sure people want to say, "Oh, what's Dirty the Chico like at the trailer park? What's Rick like back at the wherever NATO hails from?" I don't want to say the SWAT team academy because we're intertwining two characters, so you know.
Hey, leave Bart alone.
You know, Rick, Rick, how would you say what makes Rick Jacobachi different from Rick Rios? That's the question I'm looking for. What makes Rick Jacobachi different from Rick Rios?
Honestly, it's kind of sad, but not too off. Not too off.
Wait, what?
I think all my friends can agree I can be a total douchebag sometimes.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, aren't we all? But I bring it to next levels, you know.
Absolutely.
But, I don't know. I guess Rios is just way too full of himself 24/7. And very cocky 24/7. So
Jacobachi's only about till yesterday morning. You know?
Well, 50-50-50, you know.
50-50-50. Yeah.
Well, I repeated myself on accident.
Oh, I was gonna say. 100.
There's 150% there if you include the masculine.
Steiner stats.
Oh, God.
No, let's not do no Steiner stats. Drew Hood will light this thing up.
Can you imagine? Oh man. Oh, Nick, what makes Nick Somas? What makes the Iceman different from you in real life? What's Nick Somas like outside the squared circle? What makes Nick Somas different from in a UWE ring and out of a UWE ring?
He's a douchebaggy bull. Fucking asshole.
I wouldn't really put it. I mean, I don't use a different name for wrestling. I'm pretty much the same damn motherfucker. You know, yeah, I really wouldn't. Yeah, maybe 75%, a little less than Iceman Nick Somas is. That's about it.
Yep. And well, Dirty to Chico. What makes you different from inside the ring and outside the ring? What makes Antonio DeChico different from Dirty DeChico?
Well, once again,
Again, not too long.
alcoholics.
Dirty DeChico sounds like one thing, and Antonio DeChico sounds something completely different. So,
Hey, shut your goddamn mouth, boy. No,
Would you use that word?
which one? Which DeChico's that?
Honestly, the key, I think, in the ring, or at least in character, there's a lot less thought involved. You know, I think like yeah, a lot of like the actions and the personality is just normal me, but like I don't know, like me outside of UWE doesn't need to overthink shit he says. Like he's just gonna say whatever he wants whenever he wants. Like he doesn't have to think about storyline or the next step or blah blah blah. Just kind of like, I guess like the way I talk to people and present myself is like I need to see this person tomorrow, so I can't tell them to go fuck a pig.
Right.
I'm just a little more careful with my words in real life, I guess. But like at the same time, kind of effortless.
I need to play.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 minute, I gotta yell at my mother.
There's such a difference. There's such a difference.
said I was on the CredeCast.
God damn it, Mom! When the hat is on the door, you knock.
Man, such a difference between the two. Antonio, outside the ring, I'm completely different. I mean, I'm just, I got to be careful of my words, and I got to make sure that I don't say anything that would harm or offend any other people. Hold on 1 second, I got to yell at my mother.
No, he did. I think he did.
Where's the proof?
Where's the proof?
Oh, where's the proof? Oh man, that's a story worth telling here in just a bit. That's gonna be.
I don't think it is.
I don't think so.
That's gonna explain what's different from me inside and outside the ring. And lastly, we come to the world champion, Cameron. So I gotta ask the question, Cameron, are you there? I don't even.
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here.
Well, like I said for these guys, what makes you different from inside the ring and outside the ring? What makes Cameron Jackson different from Jackson Xavier Jerkins? So,
Yeah, see, you make the names don't work too well.
Jackson
But
Jerkins.
no, it would be what's the difference between Cameron Jackson and Brother Cam? And I really don't think there really is too much of a difference because the same way I'm talking to you now is the same I talk on camera. Same wise, dumb, stupid jokes I crack on camera, the same ones I do off camera. I really don't see much of a difference. I mean, the only difference really is, and I can't believe I'm taking a shot at myself here, is that Brother Cam can have fangirls, and Cameron Jackson can't keep a girl to save his life. That's pretty much it. I mean, otherwise, I'm pretty much the same. I mean, I don't really I don't know. I mean, I really don't I'm not even violent on camera, so I can't say I'm not as violent. So I mean,
You're a little more violent off camera.
Yeah, I am more violent off. All right, so there you go. I'm a little bit more violent off camera when things don't go my way. But it does take a little bit to get to that point. It's not like, I wanted this bowl of ice cream, I'm going to fucking kill you. It's like,
that happened the last time you crashed at my house.
yeah, shut up. It's
Wow.
it's more so like maybe, I mean, I'm more violent in the car, yes, but that's really it. That's the only place that
Alright, let's not get started with that car, man.
the bitch don't even start, to be quite honest. But
That car has been the baseline for so many crazy UWE stories, like,
a lot more than you can think of.
Definitely.
I know I was asleep for most of them. You know.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm not even gonna say what makes Everett Creed different from Everett Patterson because I can't really answer that. You know, I can't really. I mean, but Cam, I think there's one point that you did make that was absolutely true. Is that, and I can't even say about the fact that Cameron Jackson, you know, can't score, but brother Cam does get a lot of fangirls. You know, I do notice that. You know, you got a couple of, you know. You got a couple of fangirls on Twitter and stuff like that. I do notice that, you know, my mom is a CJE fan, so, you know. Her friend, Chris Croak, forget about it. She, you know, it just says it alone.
Yeah,
Hell,
Chris broke. Yeah.
some of your fangirls aren't even women. You got, let's be honest here. Some of your fangirls contain of Mark
Suck
Williams.
his cock.
Mark Williams, Lips. I mean, you know, one of your fangirls kidnapped you for crying out loud. That's. You know,
All right, let's not promote this guy. I really don't see why everything I'm involved in name has to come up. To be quite honest, let's not promote him. To be quite honest, I hate the fucking character. So let's just move on.
Oh man, you know, it shows dedication how much he loves you. I mean, the main I'll actually go to you guys about this one because I think you guys could tell a better story about this than I can. What makes Everett Creed different from me in real life? What makes Everett Creed different from Everett Patterson?
Everything.
Chico looks like he's been through hell in a handbasket.
Yeah, you let her fly. You're not aggressive at all. You're not egotistical usually, or at least you don't notice you're being egotistical.
This is for me in real life, I'm guessing?
Yeah. I don't think you've ever been in charge of anything.
Okay.
But besides all that, you do still have shit taste in music.
You know.
Well, yeah, he ain't never gonna lose that. I mean, that's
Hell, my favorite musician got punched in the face at Denny's the other day.
Yes,
So.
he did.
Yeah, Marilyn Manson got punched in the face at Denny's.
Oh.
Yeah.
Marilyn Manson probably punched himself in the face for fun.
That's I hate to say it, but that's what he gets about making a song about rape. So, you know, I mean.
And any of the other terrible things he's made songs about, right?
Oh yeah, I know. I mean.
must we go down the list? No. So
He's fine. Rick, what makes me different on camera and off camera? Since you've known me.
I'd have to agree with the fact that like you're a much nicer person. Seeing how Everett Creed is a total douchebag.
I'll be the first to say that.
But like Everett, you successfully like created a character that I truly hate.
Yeah.
Like when we get to character, Creed's not like my favorite person to be in a segment with or anything. Matter of fact, because he just has that factor that like, oh, I don't like him.
You know, honestly,
I break it to you, man, but.
Oh no, actually, that's the biggest compliment you've ever given me in my whole career. I mean, that's, you know, that I don't want people saying, "Oh, I love Everett Creed. Everett Creed, he's so dreamy." Like, fuck no, I'm a heel.
Well, obviously.
I don't think anybody would ever say that.
I want you to slash my goddamn tires and threaten me on Twitter.
Well, you don't have a car, so I technically can't do that.
Oh, please, slash that Passat. Yeah. That's a piece of junk.
No, I will not.
I will not, because then Dad's going to get up your ass. Jimmy P's going to get up your ass.
All right.
I'm just going to say you did it.
Nick,
he was doing a promo. He'd believe it.
Yeah, he's doing a promo. Nick, what do you think separates the two?
Yeah, pretty much. I think we got it all out. Like at Creed. Like when I have to do a promo, I mean, only lately has, if we want to say, NATO gotten an upper hand on Creed. But before that, Nick Somers never got an upper hand on Creed. I was. You can ask anyone. I'll say it myself. I was quiet in a promo against Creed. He just had it, and I hated it because it was just like, really, I have to listen to him talk again. about the same thing. Like, so it was annoying, and you really did that. You do that well. You really do that well. I'll give you that.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm glad I'm an asshole. That's my job. Cam, since you and I kind of, talk on a daily basis, what makes this me different from this me? So
Well, to answer that question, those funky ass glasses.
yeah,
Uh,
wow.
but to further explain, Everett Creed is an asshole that knows and is trying to be even more of an asshole. He's like, this is the asshole line. This is Creed dancing on it and trying to jump up to fucking dick face on, and Everett Creed is an asshole who doesn't know that he's being an asshole sometimes. I'm sorry. Everett Patterson is an asshole. Doesn't know that he's being an asshole sometimes. But the thing about it is, I'd rather you be that way because you don't know when you're being an asshole, which means you're really not trying to, which in turn makes you a person that is that. I mean, look at all of us. We're all fucking assholes. Let's be real. Let's be completely honest. We're all complete assholes. I mean, to be quite honest, to be quite honest,
Speak for yourself.
If UWE had another name, it'd be Asshole Wrestling Federation. And outside of it, we all know how to at least check our egos to ourselves. On camera, not so much. We let it all spill. And I'm not going to, I can't get mad at any one person for that. But off camera, we try to check it so much, and we're at least there for each other. And I can say that about each and every one of you. You're more there for all of us. So, like, not Everett, what makes you different from Everett Creed is Everett Creed wouldn't give a damn if you died in the crossfire. Where Everett Patterson, he wouldn't jump in the fire to save you, but he damn sure call every cop in town.
That's actually a very good reference, man.
And Rick would come in there. Nick would come in there until he gets burnt, then he'd run the fuck out. Antonio, I think Antonio would think that he's trying to put out the fire by spilling beer on it and vodka, but meanwhile he's actually making more of a fire. But the thing is, the attempt to come and save somebody is what matters.
And we all know Cameron would try to jump into the fire and save you, but he'd miss and overshoot the jump.
Yeah, I'd oversell it.
Did you just tell people that I would create a bigger fire? Are you implying I'm stupid?
No, you're not.
I don't know how to put out
a
fire extinguisher safety training at my fucking job that I have.
In the midst of it, I feel like you just say, you know what, fuck it, we'll all die, and then you make a big fire to kill everybody. So you wouldn't want one to die.
Oh, that'd be kind of fun.
Oh wow! Yeah, firing some stuff on, Jesus. Maria Excellence is firing some stuff on Twitter. First off, Dirty DeChico versus DeChico's.
Nick just fell out of the chair.
Nick fell out of the chair? Oh,
yeah.
Oh boy, I'm having a couple of Maria puts Dirty.
Yeah.
So Maria puts Dirty DeChico versus DeChico's mother. You are 5.
I win.
Yeah, well, Seth goes, you watch Yo Gabba Gabba Cam.
Hell yeah, I watch Yo Gabba Gabba. It's a great show.
And Maria also says, well, you were violent when you hit Rios with the trash can lid. I guess.
He's a douche. He's a dick.
Okay, listen. Let me explain that to you guys.
Yeah,
right?
Go ahead, explain it, Cameron. Because there's nothing to be explained.
Try not to use profanity, because I might actually use this in the college one. So.
All right. So let me explain what happened with the trash can lid incident, as it now is known all over backyard wrestling in other countries now. It's the trash can lid incident. What had happened was me and Rick had this 5-star feud, the greatest feud to that point. The greatest way to start off UWE into a huge title match between two great characters, one heel, one face. At the time, I was a bad guy. Yeah, it's hard to believe, I know. But the idea was that, his Uncle Charlie died in his last match, and I capitalized on the opportunity. And to kind of poke fun at him, that he didn't get his chance, I decided to make fun of his uncle being dead. And which did not happen, by the way. That is called kayfabing. It's dead now, but that's what we did. Um, so Rick, obviously, nobody in their right mind would sit there and let some idiot talk about their uncle dead. So Rick, being the right guy at the right time, no doubt, and I'll say this all day over and over again. We've said it from the beginning. He was the guy to do it. To come up and shut me up and take the title off me. We wanted to really make this look like a 5-star thing. So I went this place, that place, the other place, and did pretty much these vignettes and shoots and all these jokes on, dead man puns and whatnot. I even went to the graveyard and took something off one of the graves. And I even, at one point, and I'm sorry about that, but even at one point, there was a guy walking in the graveyard, and I'm like, oh, he's just waiting to get in. Just juvenile stuff. And so we finally get to the day of the match, and of course Rick has got the upper hand on the last lockdown to where he's gonna, definitely kick my butt if you're using this for college. You can cut out that part. That's the space there to cut it out. Again. All right, there we go. So we get to Abomination, where this match is originally supposed to take place. Rick Rios comes out. Everybody's pumped. The whole yard was full, and everybody is pumped to see this match because we all knew it as performers that Rick was going to win the title. We just wanted to see how this was going to unfold. This was like the best versus the best at the time. Rick goes out. He does his entrance. Everybody's pumped. I come out. I try to make it even more heel, which I think I did a very good job at. I'm doing whatever. My whole joy to the world, his uncle's dead, all that crap. And so me and Rick had talked about how we're going to start the match. And he was like, well, if we're going to start it, we're going to make it look epic. And I'm like, okay. And I said, how about I hit you with the trash can? And I said the trash can. He said the trash can lid. Now,
No, I did not.
Or what's the other way around? I don't know.
I was totally against that lid.
All right. So I guess he said the trash can and I said the lid. My fault again. Okay. So Jimmy P, Everett's father, rings the bell. And voila, here I come with the trash can. Boom. Beautiful sell. Rick rolls out of the ring, pours the fake blood on his head. Now listen, this is where it gets important. This is the part you don't want to miss. I start going up, and I'm looking for stuff that I've dropped. I pick up the trash can lid, and I'm
talking smack about my uncle.
Yeah, I'm talking
smack. Listen to that.
I said, Ace, I remember saying, Rick, you hit trash can like Charlie hit pipe or something like that. Just making any joke that I can to make it look like, oh my God, this guy is just like, he's not letting it go, and pretty much too big for my britches at the time. That's the story I wanted to tell. I get over there, and I have the trash can laid in my hand. Now, my adrenaline's flowing because Rick sold that beautifully. I see him with the fake blood on. The inner, I don't know what you want to call it, came out of me, and I'm just like, I'm going to whack this motherfucker with this trash can. So, I'll say it again so you can edit that out. I'm going to whack this guy with the trash can lid. So I swing, and I did not realize the way I held it, the handle was sticking out on the bottom side, the side that was going to connect with his head. So I swing, and I don't do it full force, but I do it forceful enough to, get a sound out of it.
You bent the whole thing. It bent to Cameron.
Rick, this is my story, okay?
Implanted. If you're going to tell the story, tell it correctly.
Okay, all right. So I swung it like I was living my dream of being a baseball player. I swung that thing, and all you hear is, dang! And I looked back at it, and I was like, oh, and you got the handle.
You even hear it in the video, actually.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, and you got the handle. And Rick went down. And so I walk around. I'm still talking smack. I'm thinking he's okay.
Funny.
I look on the floor. There's a pool of blood. And I'm just like, in my head at the first chance, me, everything happy-go-lucky, I'm like, you know what? He did a very good job with that fake blood. That was not the case. He came up and said, no, this is real. And then I looked at the camera. I'm like this. So after the camera cut for about 5 minutes and everybody's down there, attending to Rick, we explore this huge gash in his head. And to make the great babyface triumphant story, we took about a month off of filming, but in actuality,
2
we've done
weeks.
so.
We took 2 weeks off, and in actuality, it was 2 weeks, but uploading wise, it was 1 week.
Yes, and it made it look like the greatest triumphant return ever when he came back in the same type of match and beat me for the UWE World Heavyweight Championship. Still one of my favorite moments, probably my favorite moment in the UWE ever, because that was like that was
Thanks, man.
just like there was. I'm sorry, when you're a heel and you're thinking about dethroning the face and you think that's a great moment, you're wrong. I don't know. I always think that at the end of the day, yes, the heel should get it sometimes, but more often than not, the face should have it. It's just got to be in a creative way. And this time, it was in the most creative way we could have gotten. And Rick was the perfect face, the right guy, the right time, dethroned me, shut me up. The only time that's ever happened on UWE programming. Shut me up, took my title, and ran with it to Ultimate Redemption, and then reinvented his character at Ultimate Redemption when he turned heel and made the whole thing exciting and brand new again. So, to be quite honest, the trash can lid, I feel like it was meant to happen. I feel like it was like, it was fate
I think so.
because it brought about so much more things. Like the creativity was flowing after that, and it was one of the, I swear, my greatest moment in UWE, and I'm gonna say that's my greatest moment. You can take away any of my championship wins, anything I've ever done. My greatest moment is losing to Rick Rios in the ladder match for the World Heavyweight Championship, because the build, you cannot compare that to anything. I don't think WWE has came up with something that good in a long time. So, I mean, there you have it. That's the trash can lid story and the aftermath. I mean, we're still here today. Rick Rios, to date, probably the best champion that we've had in the UWE. So, I mean, you don't get any better than that.
Thank you.
Rick, I want to, kind of hear some things on your side. How did you feel? Like, what was the feeling of when that trash can handle just clicked right off of the top of your head? Like, you just felt that indentation and
I
the head.
because I was already trying to play off being all bloody, so I was like hanging onto the trampoline bar or whatever. And I saw him coming, and I knew I was just gonna stand up. And for a split second, I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna put my hands up or nothing. I'm just gonna take the hit, trusting Cameron to hit me with the correct side of the lid and all the yada yada. But my adrenaline was going because it was the very beginning of the match. I was hyped. I was like, very excited for this match. And then when he hit me with it. I just dropped, and I just remember like turning over and seeing a bright red like dripping off my head. And I was thinking, I was like, well, the fake blood is like a dark red. And I started feeling around my head, and I felt like a little burn, and I knew right then and there. I was like, oh wow, can't believe this actually just happened. But
I remember
like Cam said, we moved on. We're still here.
yeah, I
We're doing
remember
our thing.
and it's just weird because like you don't see, that was the first time the walls really came down. This is when
Yeah.
I remember when Mick Foley, because I'll even clip this in too for college, when Mick Foley got thrown off of the cell, you saw Terry Funk, who was actually his rival, attend to him, and it was just amazing to see that. And at Abomination, when you got hit with the trash can lid, one of the things you saw was me coming out to ringside aiding you, and it was just very strange because, here's this guy who literally was playing the role of bad guy and, was, I think, starting to build somewhat of a small rivalry with you. And also, I just came off of a loss against Daisy in his debut, and here I am, like helping you out, and it just shows, like, wow, this is intense.
See, and extend on that there. See, but that made it all the better because in the UWE and in backyard wrestling, the one thing that I have to applaud every backyard wrestling company on is that we don't leak our crap and we don't give away our storylines. So the fact that you got to see that behind the scenes made it so much more special. It made it that real aspect because it was real. It made it so much better that you got to see that, and then the follow up was just. I don't think you can get any bigger than that. Like, to be quite honest, I really don't. And See, the fact that we don't pull down our fourth wall for every little thing made that moment 10 times better than it could have been.
And, Antonio and Nick, you guys were there that day. You were there at the barricade in Greenfield. Nick,
Alright, move break. Let me tell my part of the story.
Nick, you came up with a match. This is actually the same day you debuted the bulletproof vest attire. You fought
Yeah.
to kick off the show, and DeChico got a win in the match right before it. He defeated the Black Bullet. So now, you know, you guys are ringside.
Push bullet.
Alright. If you don't mind, DeChico, I'll go first. Nothing. I'll go first. So I was, and instead of ringside, I was on top of the balcony, you can call it whatever, deck, whatever. And I was watching down, watching down. So Rick gets hit the first time, perfect. Like they said, it looked perfect. It was perfectly set. The fake blood looked perfect, rushing down his face at the perfect angle, and all you see is Kevin come around with the trash can lid, and just we all saw the lid, we all saw the handle, and it could have went. It could have went up. It could have went perfect, or it could have went bad, and it just this time we got the bad side, and it connects. And I'm looking from the top view, and Rick goes down, and you see this. I see the splurting, and I see the different two tones. I see the dark one, and I see the light one, and I'm like, oh crap, this is real. Mom, get a towel. Mom, get a towel. What happened? What happened? She's running. Oh my God! She comes rushing down. That was it.
Jim's just sitting there like, oh. Good acting.
Great act. Jim, yeah. Cameron was like, this is real. And then Jim's like, cut it. And we're like, it was already cut. It was already cut.
Andrew, who's recording it, is like, no, I'm going to keep recording.
He keeps recording. I run down the steps, dive across the ring. Literally, it was just like, it was a crazy moment. But, yeah, it really, that's what set UWE up. That really is what set UWE off and made us what we are today, is that trash can lid. Thank you, Rick, for taking the shot, and thank you, Cameron, for going for the second try, because we wouldn't be where we are today without that. That's what really pushed us to where we are today, I have to say.
Absolutely. DeChico, you know, what was going through your head when all that happened?
Honestly, I think I was like the calmest person there at the time.
That asshole got what he deserved.
No. I didn't get what you deserved. But no, I just saw everybody like freak out. Everybody, oh my God! And I was like, all right, you got hit in the head a little hard. Oh well.
It was Antonio and Chief Lombardo who kept me the calmest.
Yeah. Well, that was the thing. You got Cameron, who's like, oh my God, I'm so surprised.
Oh my God, yeah, you got everyone holy. Oh my God.
And then you got Elf and Jim, who are like, oh my God, it's our house and this boy is bleeding in our backyard. And then you got Nick, who's like, bro, you're gonna die.
I never said that. I just said it was deep. I kept saying it was deep.
You're right. It came out more like, bro,
that's deep,
you,
bro.
That was Nick the whole time. I think the word bro stopped coming out of his mouth.
Oh, I know. Like, well, that's Nick in any situation. That could have been. Like, I'm not kidding. Like that. There's no difference between when Nick goes that bro. Like literally, you can take out the. literally, that's how Nick reacts when Rick gets hit with a trash can lid. That's how Nick reacts when someone gives him the wrong order at McDonald's. Like,
Bro,
Come on,
man. I want my chicken deluxe.
He's got like the most limited vocabulary when it comes down to high-end situations. One time we were in the car and we're driving, and a truck is about to turn into me. Now he sees it because he's on the passenger side, and he's blocking the window because he's sitting all, high. What's up? I don't know what the hell's wrong with him at that point, and he's just hanging out and lounging. And I look over, and I don't see anything, so I start to make the turn. Nick, the first thing that came out of his mouth, ooh! I'm just like, what? I'm like, what? And he's just like, oh, pointing. I'm like, say a truck. Like, I mean, and I asked him afterwards, I'm like, is that all you can think of? And he goes, I didn't know what to say. I'm like, well, how about stop? Like,
True story. Oh my gosh.
All right.
you never know.
Long story short, basically I walk over, I look at Rick's head, I go, wow, there's a cut in your skull. You should probably go get stitches. And then I think I walked away. I literally think I was like, you'll be fine. And I was like, I don't give a fuck anymore. And just,
yeah. And like when Nick said that he ran down the steps and ran across the trampoline, that happened. But Chief Pantera, also known as Dave Lombardo, he casually walked down the other end of the deck, took one step off the stair, and then looked for reassurance to see what was going on. Then he took about 5 minutes to get from where he was standing 30 seconds away. And he walked over there, and he was just like,
They call it a school for a reason.
And then that was it.
Dude.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Nick Soma's charging like the Ultimate Warrior, just, pumping adrenaline. Rick! Yeah, and I remember two things there. I remember one, my dad, this is when I found out that it was real, was my dad goes, hon, we need a towel. And I'm like, first thing in my mind is, wow, he's one hell of a ref. This is like really selling this cut.
Yeah, a perfectly clean white
I have a
towel.
gash in my head, and they give me a white towel, and I look at them, I was like, really? Like, I'm a bloody measure to give me a white towel. Like, just shut the hell up and clean your face off. I was like, okay. Just ruin the towel.
All of a sudden, I noticed that it was just like, wait a minute. Like, I knew something was wrong, and that's when I was just like, okay, I need to get over there and see what's going on. And
since we're tingling.
And I knew something was going, and then I noticed Andrew cut the camera, and I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I know this is a serious situation, but if there's anything that TV Workshop has taught me, it's that when anything is going on, you got to keep that son of a bitch rolling, because when you do, you're going to send a message to everybody, whether it's a lesson, whether it's anything. That's actually something college has taught me, and I told Andrew.
CJE Maria.
Yeah. Oh, what did she do?
Barry Anthea. Damn.
Yeah, the Barry Antius part. Yeah.
Just adding gasoline to that little fire we set about
What?
half an hour ago.
Right. I mean, I remember I went to Andrew and said,
a bowl cut.
I told Andrew, hold, keep this going, and we're gonna see what we can get. And thank God I got him to get that shot of your head, because that all of a sudden became one of the biggest trends probably the biggest trend in backyard wrestling. And
at the time, yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, now you got
Daisy shall be revived.
Oh
Daisy
yeah.
ain't shit.
Is this the first time
Seth Rollins.
Yeah, Soma sounds like Seth Rollins. She
He
mentioned.
kind of looks like him too. You see the nose?
Those are feeding his ego way too much.
You're just feeding my game of comments.
Hey, Nick, don't drink anymore tonight. You sound like you drank fucking 2 tons of vodka. He's been coming. Oh, yeah.
That was last night. That was last night.
You keep the money.
You keep the money.
Watch. You know when Nick's drinking is a little much because the versatility of his vocabulary is just going to descend, and soon an entire sentence is going to turn into a fragment, and then the fragment's going to turn into a word, and the word's going to turn into bro. You know, it's even lazier than Hulk Hogan. He took brother and turned it into bro, you know?
Yeah, I know, you know. Sooner or later, Nick Somas is going to be pretty much cut down to saying, I am Groot, and that's going to be it.
I
It's the new Rusev.
There's a good spot that Nick. I don't know what it is about Jack Thomas, guys, and I know I play Jack Thomas, but this guy's a fucking dumbass when it comes to Nick Somas because Jack Thomas, I noticed, not only that, the cameraman too, because I remember Nick was looking just now, he's looking at the camera, and it reminded me of Ultimate Redemption 2. Nick Somas was making his return against TJ Sakara, and there was a backstage segment between Robbins and Shaq, Robbins Prophet and Shakur Shakavelli, and I remember when Robbins was getting interviewed and he was talking, you see Nick Somas in the background. He's not supposed to be shown yet. And you just see him on camera just like, are you recording? And just going away. It was one of the most...
That was the infamous he has no balls promo.
Yes, I was just going to get to that. That was, you know, when Shaq was like, he's scared of
He's scared. He has no balls.
Yes. It's on my Instagram account if you want to check it out, guys. Awesome. He's afraid to face me. He's scared. He's terrified. He has no balls.
Terrified. He ain't got no balls.
All right,
the way he said it was like, what the hell?
I'm like, Shaq, what? But you know, Shaq is like the Nick Bockwinkel, but also at the same time, like he is the Nick Bockwinkel of the UWE, because like he talks so sincerely and so he doesn't yell, he doesn't scream, he's just, you know, I know this all the way. I know that this is gonna be fate. You will suck my dick. Like, you know, just like I can see Shaq.
Well then.
All right, yeah. Let's get back into the show because
He's starting to get into a little bit.
A little bit into character.
The Shakur Shakavelli, you know, this is the Shakur Shakavelli hour, you know, so
Shakavelli.
Sounds Italian.
Yeah. So next question.
Yeah, right. Next question. You know, so out of actually, you know what? I got a good one. This is actually one on the box. Rick, 2015 is coming up. Well, 2015's here.
Wow.
You know, that ain't going in there. That ain't going into the Five Towns College. You know.
Wow.
Yeah, right. 5 Towns College. You may have to learn here.
Yeah, imagine
You may have to learn here.
If
You
you
know,
have an Apple computer, you have the tools to succeed here.
yeah.
Or do we?
We're in 2015. We're in a new
All you
season.
need is GarageBand.
And more so iMovie. And, you know, there's a whole bunch of people that you have had a rivalry with and worked with throughout the past year. Who are you looking forward to working with the most? You know, who's someone that you haven't worked with yet in UWE on YouTube and cannot wait to work with in this 5th season of UWE?
No. Well, yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. But I know the reason why he asked me this. And sorry, Boo Boo, but I'm not gonna say what you think I'm gonna say. I'm for purpose sake. I'm gonna have to say the dirties because I versed Antonio 1v1 about 3 times now, but I still like, in my opinion, we didn't do as best as we could in some of those, even though a couple people disagreed. That's just how me and him thought. We always, after every match, we were like, okay, we could have done a lot better. But at the end of the day, it's what we did. But now you throw Dave in the mix, and it's like that's the tag team. That's the tag team to beat. I'm with Nick now, tag team.
Yeah.
So, I like to say that probably what I'm most interested in the future diverse because I'm kind of excited to bring tag team into this league and make it popular. So.
Absolutely. Nick, who?
Yeah, I'm pretty much gonna have to go with the Dirties. I faced Cameron, I faced TJ, I faced this guy over here. I faced Creed, I faced Lips, faced Insanity. Yeah, I want the Dirties. I want the Dirties. Are the Dirties ready? So yeah, that's.
I mean, really working.
Oh, ready.
Yeah. Stop drinking.
Can you imagine Dirties versus NATO at Redemption? One of those bigger names, a big rivalry. That would be something really interesting. I definitely would be looking forward to seeing that myself. Dirty to Chico, who would you be looking forward to working with as an opponent in 2015?
I saw a little promo on the end of our video there last week. Cameron, who was that promo by?
That was anonymous.
No,
Oh,
the other
good.
one.
Oh, you mean Big Time Mike?
Right.
Oh,
Right.
I mean, I can see that happening.
That's
Dirty
a
to
heater.
Chico and Big Time Mike.
I mean, he said he's coming to UWE this summer, right? So, fuck that guy. See him when he gets here.
Oh goodness.
Oh, that's awesome.
You do realize if we do have Dirty to Chico versus Big Time Mike at Ultimate Redemption,
The universe will implode. I am aware.
in the promo package, I am actually going to take this clip out of the CredeCast and put that into the promo, and that's how it's all going to start and go down. It's going to be awesome.
All right.
Can you imagine DeChico versus Big Time? You are five.
Chico would easily kick his ass.
Yeah.
Cameron Jackson, who would you be looking forward to working against in 2015?
You know what? I really hate to be that guy to say it, but to be quite honest, I really don't care because any match is going to be a new opportunity to bring new creativity into it, and that's what I'm looking for right now. 2015, it's really not about who I wrestle; it's who I create the greatest story with, really. And it really doesn't matter who it is. I mean, anybody but Terrence Phillips, to be quite honest. It could be, I'll take Chris Annius and try to help him mold himself into being a little bit better. I'll take anybody, and I'm not saying that it'll be all me because Lord knows my shit stinks just like everybody else's. But I am saying that I think I want to help a lot of people introduce their inner storyteller rather than the high fly muscle guy in the ring. You know what I mean? And I mean, if there's a select few people, I mean, like I said, any of you guys on the UW roster, it's always an honor and privilege to face you guys. It's an honor that I'm even able to get out there to do the shows. So that's just a lot to me right there. So I mean, any UWE guy on the roster is really all welcome to go against me at any time. The only one that can't go against me is well, I mean, I've been working some things out. I mean, maybe everything that you guys heard is a lie because Daisy may be able to face me after all. I don't know, but whatever the case, moving forward,
Next could be Daisy.
if there's other people, anybody that loves to travel up to UWE and face me, I mean, you're welcome to come up here. I'm not gonna tell you that it's the easiest match that you're gonna have.
Come bring it.
Actually, I'll open an open challenge for anyone,
Any of these fools.
for any of these fools to come
On
down
our
to
turf.
UWE and face Nick Somas and Rick Rios as NATO or CJE or Dirty to Chico, Dirty Dave, the Dirty Boys, even lips if you want to go get a crack at it.
You guys will see a lot more than a head gash.
Trust me.
Though, let me tell you that.
But the case in point of it all is, 2015 is the year where we really figure out if we really want to keep doing this. I know we all have a love for this, but 2015 is the year where we really figure out if this is just worth doing or if it's just fuck it. You know what I mean? And not to keep it vague, but keep it real at the same time. We've all come to that point in the past where each and every one of us has got to that point where we're just like fuck it before and then found a new love for it. But what the fuck? Jeez.
What's going on at your place?
The dog let himself out.
Kind of like gunshots to me.
Is Mom outside? All right. Well, the dog let himself outside. But like if there's a couple choice people that I'd love to come up here and face me, I mean, Big Time is one, Drew's one. I mean, anybody else really on the planet, Ecstatic, Corey, no matter what. But like I said, anybody in UWE is always welcome to face Brother Cam because in the ring we could all improve together regardless.
Absolutely. Just to clear out some fog in the air, Maria asked, she's confused about the Anonymous thing, as a lot of people are confused about Anonymous. Is Anonymous in APW or is Anonymous in the UWE? The answer is that Anonymous is actually a clan. Anonymous is a clan of individuals.
All right, take your pill first. I got it. Take your pill.
Represent a vision. I just got given this for some reason.
I know, that's great. Yeah, so Anonymous is pretty much its own backyard wrestling group, its own cult, its own culture. There may be an Anonymous in more than just UWE, more than just APW, but the fact is the Anonymous presence is supposed to be felt in backyard wrestling, not necessarily the company alone. Wow. That's the point that we want to put across.
Pretty much. I mean, but the thing is though, obviously UWE management and APW management are aware of, almost if you're going to do an Anonymous character, you have to go to APW management and UWE management and kind of get the okay. And if you do get the okay, then maybe you might be able to pull something off. But I'm not too sure if APW management wants to expand into that. They had enough trust in us to use the character. They know that whoever in the UWE, whether it's someone already in the UWE or if it's somebody that we just get that's brand new, more than likely everybody's going to wonder who's under the mask. Well, let me tell you this. Who's under the real Anonymous mask? The real, not just BYW, who's under the real Anonymous clan? You don't know. And that's the thing. We're not going to break code. So I feel like that would be a spit in the face to the actual clan. And I don't feel like I want to get my account hacked by those guys. If they're able to hack Westboro Baptist Church, God knows what else they can do.
That's a good church. My grandmama used to work with.
I know, very nice church. My
Grandpapa Hill found it.
Maria, I think, just put a Money in the Bank up here. Nick Somas versus
I saw that.
Versus Zach Daniels versus Ecstatic versus Drew Hood versus Jason Walker.
Wow. That couldn't be any more stacked. Let me just run through that for you. I mean, we are backyard wrestlers and we're on a podcast. Might as well. We got the live timing. Shit.
Yeah.
You got the Iceman, Nick Somas. You got the Brother Man with the Master Plan, Brother Cam. Right there. That's already a main event. And then you got the Sinner from VTW, Zach Daniels. That boy can move and good Lord, isn't he so damn skinny? I would take Zach Daniels and snap him. Ooh! No, I'm just joking. Zach's a good guy, great athlete. And Ecstatic, who really is innovative in the ring. Yeah. And then Drew Hood, the overrated champion of backyard wrestling, one of my closest and dearest comrades in the backyard wrestling community. And Jason Walker, who seems to lose it more than anybody else nowadays. So that is already a 5-star contest. Zach Daniels will come in there and things will start going batshit crazy, and that's a good thing. That's a very good thing. Ecstatic will come in there and start hitting people with freaking top rope DDTs. We don't even have ropes. Drew Hood will package power drive everybody and their mother. I mean, there'll be a pile of bodies in the entry ramp before the match even starts. And Jason Walker will slither his way around, and he'll have to stack up 3 of those midget ladders to finally get up to the belt and snatch it down. And see, but the point is, before he does that, he'll run into a Hadouken punch, and on his way down, he'll get hit with a Superman punch from the Iceman, leaving it down to me and Nick Stomas to see who's going to actually retrieve it.
Yeah, and then there's been actually a couple of fantasy matches being posted on here. I think someone actually said Seth Maverick actually called out Cameron Jackson, and
Oh,
then
snap! Yeah, you call out Cameron Jackson. Hey, Seth. You're gonna need a Bible, a maxi pad, and a seatbelt. Bibles for Jesus, maxi pad in case you shit yourself, and the seatbelt because, well, there really is no reason for the seatbelt now that I think about it. But go ahead, further. Go ahead.
there was also one that said Cameron Jackson versus Big Time Mike, and as a matter of fact, Insanity versus Adnan, which that would be, talk about a battle of the behemoths.
Now, the thing about Insanity versus Adnan, like I said, the UW now, which is a lot better than before, now we've all come to the decision that we all agree on what we're going to do, which is very good. But the thing about it is, if you want to see Insanity versus Adnan, you got to strap in for the ride, and you got to be willing to wait for it. That's the only thing I'm asking.
Yeah. You can't just, get it on a lockdown. Like, oh, here we are, what a guess. That's, those are two big monsters. Those are two of the most dominant characters in the show. You have Adnan, who's a hired gun, who stands at, I'm going to say about maybe 6'2", 6'3", which is that's equivalent in WWE. That's like 6'8", 6'9". And then you have Insanity, who is about 6'4", and which is equivalent to maybe 7 feet in height in the WWE. So those are two big monsters.
Yeah, Kane is 6'9", and they say he's 7 foot. That's 3 inches in between. Now, if you're gonna say 6'4" or 7 foot, you might want to just check it a little bit. That's
no, I'm saying like a 6'4" guy in backyard wrestling is like a 7 foot tall guy in the WWE.
All right, well there you go. Then there you go. Brother Camp stands corrected. Jason Walker has lost it again. Thank you, Whistler.
There you go. Now, definitely, because we pretty much, especially with the Rick trash can thing, we call lightning in a bottle. That's going to get me an A+. Now, I'll be willing to wait for Insanity versus Adnan Battle of the Behemoths. We do it big. I wonder who that is. It says Lips versus Daisy. Oh boy. Well, that's just you want to talk about Insanity and Adnan being the battle of behemoths. Lips and Daisy is like mind game mayhem there, and that really is just.
That'll be one that obviously if you watch Lockdown, you did see the message from Minister Sherwood. So that does mean, yes, I can tear this a little bit down for you, that Daisy is coming back. I don't know who against. I don't know when. To be quite honest, I don't even know how. But
Daisy's back from the dead.
I will say that, Lips is one of our part-timers, which is the best thing for him, trust me.
Yeah.
And that's not because of anything personal about the character. That's because that keeps him fresh.
Exactly.
That'll be another one that'll be.
Well, to answer any question, Creed and Lips are very, they're both part-time because, if you notice, Creed, when Creed's around, Lips ain't around. When Lips is around, Creed ain't around. It's not because of what you think. It's not like we're the same people. We're not. It's just, because we don't, the shows can only last so long during the day, and it's going to be a pain in the ass getting that the makeup on, the makeup off, the tutu and whatever, and then the MMA shorts, and it's just like a big pain in the ass. I will be putting out time to do both characters in Redemption season because one, those two characters would definitely be needed for Redemption season, and two, the days are longer. So,
So Lips is like Taker. He's not quite like Taker. You know what he's like. If you ever watched WWE back in the day, which you probably didn't, he's like the Blue Meanie. The Blue Meanie showed up.
Oh my God, the Blue Meanie.
The Blue Meanie is the greatest part-timer of all time. I don't care what you say. This man showed up in every feud he was in. He was relevant. I don't care what you say. Then he left, and then you forgot about him. Then he came back, and you're like, oh my God, the Meanie's back. And then, kerplunk, his career went down the toilet. But still.
Well, yeah. I mean, Lips being compared to The Undertaker, that's I'll be even the first to admit that's a little strong. I mean, I respect that, but and it's not even anything against Lips, really, because Lips is a great character. It's just, I don't think...
You're just saying in terms of annual agreement, part-time.
Oh, annual agreement? No, I wouldn't say Lips is The Undertaker then. I would say the Lips is... I would say the Lipper. But still, I can't compare anyone, not even just BYW, anybody to The Undertaker, because that's just.
All right, so can we start bringing this baby home? It's 9:40.
Yeah, let's before Seth starts flirting with Maria, let's get the hell out of here. That was just awkward. Anyway, Rick, NATO, any last thoughts?
Seth, we want you to face a mirror and get a life. Continue.
Amen. NATO.
Huh?
Any last thoughts?
Any last thoughts?
On what?
Last
What was the
thoughts?
question?
No, just anything.
What are your last thoughts?
Again.
Oh God!
Whoa!
Skip me.
Ooh.
Rick, any last word thoughts?
Look at Rick's face.
We're a well-oiled tag team, don't worry.
You're kidding, right?
Do you have anything else to say?
You're not kidding. Like,
I'm kidding. Like, you should know this.
how stupid you are. Yes, I do.
Yeah, I can be.
What last thoughts? What was the question? Nah. Honestly, on that note, I think I'm good for the tonight, man.
Dirty to Chico. Any thoughts?
Wow.
Hashtag Fight Drink Dirty. Hashtag UWE Infinity.
And beyond.
Not and beyond, because we're not fucking Buzz Lightyear, Rick. Hashtag
NATO.
Arjagabaji. And DD. Forever. Hearts.
2 days, motherfuckers.
I don't know.
Hashtag NATO.
Hashtag NATO.
I fucking
Hashtag we're here.
Hashtag New Age Takeover. Hashtag we're here.
Hashtag
we're better than
CJE.
you. Hashtag CJE.
Hashtag self-supremacy.
Hashtag screw the board. Hashtag we're taking over.
Hashtag Dirty to Chico, I'm coming for you next lockdown.
This is our.
Oh, I thought he was going to say something.
in my trailer. In my
I'll
trailer.
meet you in your trailer. Bring your brother too. I'll bring a 6-pack.
Cam.
We're gonna
World
watch
champ.
6.
Yeah, probably.
Last thoughts? Yeah, I
Maybe
got a real big last thought. This is actually not even geared to UWE. The UWE is the only people that do this right. How come there are no freaking faces in backyard wrestling? The only faces in backyard wrestling are in this freaking podcast right now.
Yeah.
Boom.
Wow. Wow.
Boom.
Yeah.
Like, are
Yeah.
you kidding me? It's Dark Heel, Crazy Heel, Toe, Heel. And then the only faces.
That's why we're the best at what we do.
Yeah. But the thing about it is, if everybody's heel, nobody's heel. If everybody's bad, you got nobody to pick on. So make some freaking good guys. Jesus Christ! Every time I try to tell these people something, shit, man. You know what? I'm gonna go back to TNA. That's it. I'm going back to TNA.
And you're looking for baby faces?
No, you know why? Because because TNA faces suck, but at least they have them.
It's true.
Say WWE has
Right.
Cam could just join the New Day, like.
No.
I see it.
But they're
I
real
like
big
them
ones.
actually. After that promo they did on Raw, I love them. Big E is freaking amazing. I'm a New Day follower after that promo.
Fuck you.
There are some faces in backyard wrestling, some of which they haven't been on camera yet. But the thing about it is, it's just they don't have a strong presence like we in the UWE do. That's all. I'd rather see a stronger presence of them, and that's just as honest as I can get there. But you know what? As far as final thoughts go, hashtag CJE, and thank you for having me on here. So until next time, Brother Cam, out.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, it's around that time, and if you guys want to watch more of the CredeCast, unfortunately, this is, we're wrapping up right now, and if there's anyone to point fingers at, well, I can't believe that this is, it's just somehow in some way this is Corey Graves' fault. So, hashtag blame Corey. Definitely tweet him about it. Say, the CredeCast is ending because your ass is, you know what to do. You can really get creative with that. But thank you guys for, putting NXT on the side for one night. I really do appreciate that. And the Chico, Cam, NATO, definitely appreciate you guys being here. And definitely going to stay for the after party at the, what's that? What's that place called again?
After party at the Marriott.
That's it. All right. CredeCast out. Ever Creed out. We will see you at Lockdown. And before we sign off, I just got to say, if Jack Thomas spoils another Nick Somas return, I'm going to be pissed. I forgot to mention that really quick.
SmackDown. Oh, God damn it.
Lockdown, no, it was Wrestle War. We're, TJ Sakura in the ring, waiting upon the return of Nick Oh, crap, cut the camera. Yeah. So, there you go, a little side fact. Okay, so, yeah. All right, we're out. See you later.